God performs all these miracles, showing his people that he is who he said he is. And now here we are a year later, and they're in the desert. And when God says go, they go. And when he says stay, they stay. And now we know the Israelites are in the desert. They're in this desolate place. And what do we know to be true about this desert? We know that during the day it's extremely hot. Scorching heat, not a lot of water, not a lot of food. And at night it's freezing cold. Why does that matter? I see a lot of questions stirring already. You see, what's taking place is God isn't just manifesting as this pillar of cloud during the day and this pillar of fire at night for the sake of giving his people something to see, something visible to follow. This is about trust. During the day when there's the scorching heat, to come as a pillar of cloud is to offer covering. It's to offer shade and protect his people from the heat. To come as a pillar of fire is to offer warmth and protect his people from the freezing cold in this particular environment. You see, oftentimes in our Christianity, we think that there's a list of rules, do's and don'ts. Legalism, right? I got to do what God says to do just because he said to do it. But it's not about blind obedience. This is about trust. This is about relationship. It sounds cliche, but it's not religiosity. It's relationship. It's God saying, I understand that you live in a fallen world. And the environment at times can get hot and it can get real cold. But I'm telling you to break down camp and follow me because I'm your covering. I'm your only covering. I'm your protection from all of this. And we always have the choice to stay when he moves on to the next camp, or we can follow. In verse 22 of that particular passage, it says that at times God would come for 2 days or a month or a year, right? And they would encamp and they would stay for 2 days, a month, or a year. And I don't know, I'm sure I could assume this is true in your life, but I can say with complete assurance it's true in my own, that there are times when God has brought me to a season in my life where things were comfortable and it was a great place to set up camp. Me and the missus are getting along great. Me and the in-laws are getting along great. I got a great job. I'm getting paid what I feel like I'm worth. I'm not overworked. My boss is a great guy. And I'm thinking, okay, this is comfortable. This is a good place to be. And then God says, son, we're only going to be here a day. And then there's times where I get pulled into another season in life, right, where me and the missus aren't getting along very well, and I get up in the morning cranky and I'm kicking the cat. That's a joke. I don't really kick your cat. And things aren't as comfortable. And I'm thinking, okay, Lord, I'm overworked. I'm underpaid. My boss is a jerk. This isn't, you didn't bring me all the way out of Egypt. You didn't deliver me to be here. So surely I'm not going to be here for long. And then God says to me, son, we're going to be here a year. We're going to be here a while. And so our first principle, our first characteristic, whatever you want to call it, is trust. If we don't have trust, then the rest of the principles can be thrown away. Because if we don't trust that God's will is for our good and for his glory, if we haven't come to terms with the fact that what he wants for us is what's best, we're going to stray, and we're not going to stay under that covering for long. Proverbs 3 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. This is about trust. And we trust God because he's proven to be trustworthy.